Hey guys, today I'm here to bring you a quick little foam roller release for the lower body. So grab a mat, grab a foam roller, and get ready to feel some nice release for those muscles. When you're ready, grab that foam roller, grab your mat. We're gonna start by putting the foam roller perpendicular to our mat and have a seat right on top. Right, so my sit bones are pretty much on top of that roller, and I'm gonna take my hands behind the roller now, and to start, not too much pressure in the wrist, I'm just gonna roll forward till that roller is right below the tailbone, and then roll back so that the roller is right underneath the sit bones. So going back and forth here, a good rule of thumb is to do like 30 to 60 seconds of rolling per body part. And then you can also include some pauses on any sensitive spots that you might feel. So if I felt a real tender spot, I would just pause here for a few seconds, maybe 8 to 10 seconds, and then continue to roll for another 20 to 30. Good. Nice job, guys. Once you're done with this, you're gonna take one ankle and cross it over the opposite thigh. So I'm taking my left ankle over, and I'm gonna then turn my hips to the left. So I'm mostly on the meaty part of my left glute, and I'm gonna roll up and back. Again, I'm rolling up towards my low back, but not on it, and then rolling back all the way down to my sit bone, angled slightly. Nice, and this one can be super tender for some people. So again, if you find that little spot that's like, ooh, just pause there for a few seconds, and then keep on going. Right, for another 20 to 30. You can also roll a little bit side to side here to find some different points of pressure. Good. When you're done with that side, you just come to center, uncross that ankle, and we'll go right to the other side. So I'm crossing my foot over. I like to try to keep my foot flexed because that protects the knee joint a little bit. If I have my toe pointed or pronated, that can put pressure on different areas of the knee. So if I flex it, I know I'm safe. And then again, I'm rolling up towards my low back, but not across my low back, and then all the way back down to the sit bone. One side is always more tender for me. You might find that as well. I have some scar tissue on this side from horseback riding days, so it's definitely more tender for me on this side. Pause at any tender spot, remember, and then roll across it a few more times. Nice. Okay, when you're done with that side, we'll take both feet down again. We're gonna move that roller a little bit further forward so it's right in front of our sit bones. And this time I'm really gonna use my arms. I'm gonna slide my body back over the roller and slide it forward to release the hamstrings. Again, this is another tender spot for some people. So doing double leg here is nice, especially if you're just starting to do foam roller work. That being said, if you would like to feel more pressure on the back of one leg, you can cross your ankles. So now I've got all of my body weight on one side and rolling forward and back. And that feels good for me, but I've been foam rolling for a while, and my roller is pretty soft. If you've got a hard roller, or if you're just starting to get used to foam rolling, you might start with double leg. If you're doing the single leg, make sure you do both sides. Nice. Another thing you can do here when you're rolling the hamstrings is to externally rotate and internally rotate the legs so that you cross over more muscle fibers as you're going. Okay, then when you're done with that side, we will release the seat down to the floor, shake out the wrists. For rolling, the lower body can be a little wrist heavy, and then we'll go down to our calves. Okay, so relaxing the feet. That roller is right above the ankles. Again, I'm going to use my arms to propel myself forward and back. And feel free to adjust, like I started in a slightly too low position. Again, you can cross ankles over one another's to put more pressure on the calves, For me, my calves are very, very sensitive, so I'm going to keep both legs on. You can again play with internal and external rotation. You could roll both toes to the right, so you're getting inner calf on one side and outer shin on the other. And then carefully switch to the other side, rolling both toes to the other side. So lots of variations there, right? Good, and roll it down, nice. Have a seat. So now we're gonna awkwardly turn over onto our belly to roll out the thighs. Okay, so it doesn't have to look graceful, right? We're gonna take the roller underneath our pelvis. You're gonna bring your forearms down to the mat, and then we're gonna basically army crawl forward. So I'm gonna pull myself forward, and that roller as I go is just rolling across the meaty part of my thighs, and then I'm gonna roll myself back. Nice job. This feels really nice. So I just recorded a booty band workout, and so this is feeling really good for me. I'll link the link to that class down below in the description for you. And again, let's try turning both toes to one side and then both toes to the other, or maybe both toes out to opposing sides or both toes in, and that'll help you just roll over different areas of the thigh muscles. Good job. Okay, beautiful. So before we come off of our mat, we're gonna reach those arms forward, coming into child's pose, and just roll the roller forward and back. This is just a nice opening through the chest. Inhaling as you roll the roller away from you. Good. Nice, and that should feel just really nice and relaxing. Good, before we finish, let's just roll over onto our back one more time. I always like to do this foam roller exercise no matter what, because it just feels so good. So I'm going to take the roller right to the bottom tips of my ribs, hands behind the head. Then I'm going to float my hips and roll myself over that roller. So the roller is coming to the bottom of my ribs and then up to the top of my shoulders. I'm not rolling across my low back, right? And I'm not rolling onto my neck. I'm just staying in that safe zone. And you can try rolling a little on the more to the right and a little more to the left. And center. 30 to 60 seconds here. Good. When you're ready, let the hips lower down. Sit all the way up. Thanks for joining me for this foam roller release. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll post some more upper body foam roller and some other stuff, maybe some ab work on the foam roller as well as we go. But if you'd like to, please subscribe down below so you can be up to date on all the videos I will post. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining, guys.